Good, good afternoon. Today is the 16th day of January 2021 on June 26, 2007. And I do this reading today to continue my celebration of Martin Luther King's holiday weekend. Phillip Jackson, who is the founder and chairman of the Black Star Project, wrote this editorial, and I read it a number of times, and I'm going to read it today because it seems like America hasn't decided still what they're going to do with its black Americans. The name of the editorial is "With No More Cotton to Pick, What Will America Do with 36 million black people?" Phillip Jackson, June 26, 2007. What will America do with the 36 million black Americans now that there is no more cotton to pick? Last summer, I visited the state of Mississippi. This was my first travel to the rural Deep South. To my surprise, I found that black people were not involved in the planting, growing, or harvesting of cotton. Instead, while white and Latino men drove machines that harvested the cotton, I saw hundreds of young black men standing idle on street corners, drinking alcoholic beverages through the day and evening. For black people in the South, there is no more cotton to pick. For 2 centuries, America has exported its brand of democracy and humanism around the world. But now America's values are being tested here at home. America's dilemma is what to do with 36 million black Americans who are the descendants of the slaves that were shipped to American shores 400 years ago for their economic value. But today, their heirs have lost that value. And does anyone know what will happen to the current low status of black American or black people in America if and after tens of millions of new undocumented immigrants receive citizenship? 58% of black boys do not graduate from high school in the United States. Many of the 42% who do will be given diplomas that graduate them to low-wage jobs or no jobs at all, street corner hustling, incarceration, and violent death. In fact, for most of these students, their high school diplomas will not lead to a decent job, acceptance to a good college, or even qualify them for military service. At best, most black students in America are getting an education that prepares them to only pick cotton if there were cotton for them to pick. Even so, according to a report by the Joint Economic Committee of Congress, 47% of non-institutional black men in Illinois are not working, and many of them are high school graduates. And for these unemployed black men, there are no jobs in America, the America that flourished because of black slave labor. At the very moment that hundreds of thousands of young black people will be marching into oblivion across graduation stages, hundreds and thousands of foreign students will be preparing to enter our American cities, to attend some of our best schools, to take some of the best jobs in the United States, and to earn the salaries that black Americans need to support their family. While black America laments the ridiculously high unemployment rates of black males, hundreds of thousands of HB1 visa workers will be imported to take jobs paying $70,000 to $90,000 a year and more. Many blacks will not even be able to get low-wage jobs because they do not speak Spanish. The dilemma for the government of the United States, as well as for big urban cities, is that neither has an idea about what to do with the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren of black Americans who fled from the South during the Great Migration to a supposedly better existence in the North. But now the welcome mat has been pulled in these cities, and the children of slave ancestors who built this country are being thrown out the door. Our cities are tired of their black populations, and America is now getting out of the black people's business. Neighborhoods that used to be black belts like Harlem in New York City or Bronzeville in Chicago and much of Washington, D.C. have now gone upscale, and as a result, most blacks cannot afford to live there. In fact, many American blacks can barely afford to live anywhere in America. So it is back to the South for many of them. This time, however, they will not be allowed to even pick cotton because there's no more cotton for black Americans to pick. What are the options for America and the black people brought here 400 years ago? These come to mind. Option 1, let them perish. If they can make it in America, fine. If not, fine. Option 2, find a new value for them, possibly fueling the growing industrial criminal justice complex or as widgets in the American educational system. Option 3, help black people find a proper and productive place in American society. While this might be the most unpopular option, it is probably the easiest and in long term the cheapest and the best solution. If America chooses option 3, there are 5 key components to fixing this problem. Number 1, rebuild the black family. Every major problem in the black community, including poor education, massive unemployment, hyper incarceration, high mortality rates, and senseless violence, can be traced to the disintegration of the black family. Number 2, provide black boys with strong, positive black men as mentors, role models, and particularly a connection to their fathers. Black boys, like any other children, will imitate and become what they see, including good fathers. Number 3, control the negative peer culture and electronic media that molds many black boys and men into violent, irresponsible, and uncaring human beings. Number 4, understand that for the rest of our existence, black people will live in a STEM world, STEMM world, a world based on science, technology, engineering, math, and medicine, STEM. If we as black people are to survive, it will be because we understand and master STEM. We must teach black children accordingly. Number 5, control our economic fate by mastering the principles of entrepreneurship, business management, finance, accounting, manufacturing, and banking, and by teaching these principles to our children. This is the way, and the only way, to solve the problems of black people in America. Unless we, black people, quickly respond to the changes of our world, even our cousins on the continent of Africa will not want us, and we will truly be a lost tribe, wandering the world without a home. We must realize that we live in an educate or die society, in an educate or die world. There is no middle ground because there is no more cotton to pick. And every 4 years, it seems, the Democratic Party comes to black America with its hands out, asking those millions and millions of black Americans to save them from themselves. And we do, but yet, what do we get out of it? Because there is black America, no more cotton to pick. Have a great Saturday. Thank you.